What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. My name is Riley Blair, and I'm going to be doing your devotion for today. And so today we're in Joshua chapter 5, all the way through Joshua chapter 6, verse 20. So this is a pretty familiar story, pretty popular story. This is the fall of Jericho, where Joshua and the Israelites marched around the city 7 times, and then the walls fall down, and they ultimately basically obliterate Jericho. But I want to focus on some things that maybe aren't really highlighted a whole lot in this story. And so with that being said, let's just dive right in. Joshua chapter 6, verse 12. Then Joshua rose early in the morning, and the priest took up the ark of the Lord. And so what spoke to me about this was Joshua was prepared. You know, he woke up early to prepare his mind and to prepare his heart. And I think for us today and believers, we should be prepared people in our day-to-day lives. We should wake up and take time out of our day to prepare our minds, to prepare our hearts for the day ahead, because the day brings battles and brings challenges of many different kinds. So that was the first thing that spoke out to me. And then the second thing was Joshua chapter 6, verse 18, when it says, "But you," so Joshua is talking to the Israelites as they rush in to defeat Jericho. He says, "But you, Israelites, keep yourselves from the things devoted to destruction." And so what he's saying is, hey, don't take anything from Jericho that God has ordained to be just put to destruction. And what spoke to me about this was, in our own lives, we can sometimes fall into sin and sometimes fall into temptations and just make that a habit, and ultimately those things will bring destruction upon our hearts. If you keep reading down in verse 18, it says, when you take these things, you make the camp of Israel a thing for destruction. And so, like I said, for our lives, when we sin and when we hurt the heart of God and when we offend God, when we do our wrongdoings, we make our hearts and our minds a place of destruction and a place of sinfulness. And so I challenge you, if you feel convicted of that and if you find yourself in that state, call on the strength of the Lord and call on forgiveness, and band with somebody and have accountability to try to get yourself out of that and try to put that behind you. And so that's all I have for y'all today. Hope you guys are staying good, staying safe, and I hope you're like me, excited for this quarantine to be over with. So I miss you guys. Can't wait to see y'all soon.